Skyblock is a game about progression, and as you go through the game, you switch your gear up. Your swords and armor change all the time, and without proper guidance, you can end up doing some stupid stuff like buying a pigment sword as a berserker, so I'm here to give you guys that proper guidance. Also, make sure to subscribe to become a cool kid, and join the Discord, link in the description, and go to the giveaways tab and join our AOTD giveaway. Okay, so first off the bat, you've just started. What do you do? Well, is that answer not obvious? Leaflet Armor. Aside from being the greatest armor to ever be added to the game, Leaflet Armor is also the best set a new player could get because realistically, you don't need anything else. As for a sword, an undead sword is really all you need because you can kill basically everything you need at this point. Once you're a bit more established in the game with money and whatnot, a set of Ender Armor is the next thing you should go for. As for a weapon, a Raider's Axe or Leaping Sword is perfect for this stage of the game as you should be trying to one-hit Zealots for coins. If you choose to get Unstable Dragon Armor, you can, but it can be skipped in favor of later sets. If you are at this stage, you are definitely early game. As for pets, an Enderman pet is a cheap way to give you consistent damage. Lower rarity is better because it levels up faster. Once you've been grinding for a bit, it's time to move into the mid-game. The mid-game is when you can begin to think about things more basic than a single armor set and a sword, considering things like tier 3 slayers. For this, the strong dragon armor set is definitely for you, and anything else is pretty unnecessary. This is also the stage where pets can be thought of deeper. A tiger pet is great for this stage, but legendary wolf is probably better as you can level up your combat level, which is important, and do slayers quicker. A Runan's bow is also a solid investment for leeching dragons or making wolf slayers easier, but this bow doesn't have to be anything special or high damage. For your main weapon, the aspect of the dragons is the sword you're going to want to stick with due to it being the second best in the game and also just being super cheap under 3 million coins. After you've got your slayers up a bit, get some neat items like a mana flux and a whole lot of coins from wherever you've been grinding. It's time to enter the late game. In the late game, Superior Dragon Armor is your goal, and you're gonna want to get it because it's the best set in the game for 4 of the 5 classes in dungeons right now, and it's the best thing you should be using for most sorts of grinding in the current game. If you haven't already got it, a set of Tarantula and Mastiff Armor with their respective swords is a good investment to make getting Slayer level 7 less awful. Your AOTD is still your best friend here, although you may want to consider getting other pets like a legendary tiger, monkey, and any other grind-related pets. Finally, when you have so much money that it's literally burning a hole in your pocket, and you can consider yourself endgame. Endgame players have one main decision to make: what class will they play in dungeons? Once this is decided, you have to buy all the relevant gear for that class, and when dungeons and the class info is more finalized, we will begin to make gear guides for each class, so make sure you subscribe to see those come out. If you haven't already, get a Midas because why not? Everything in the endgame is more professional to the person and the playstyle they want to play, so it's difficult to make one guide. Who cares? Hell, you could even get a set for every class if you're really rich. Anyway, this is Skyblock's progression and what you should buy at each stage. You don't have to follow it exactly, but it should provide a good framework for any new players hoping to get into the game, or mid-game players who don't know what to do next.